Shalom.
Maybe the brothers coming back at y'all with Lord's will, another edifying lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to you, brothers, pushing and teaching this truth across the four winds of this earth. And as always, peace, blessings, and many salutations unto you, sincere Akim, Wa'akwath, giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure in these last days.
Khan, Thawar, and shalom to all you Akim, you Akwat, you brothers and you few sisters that subscribe to this doctrine that was given through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shah, to our beloved elder apostles on down to the elder bishops, elders, and Akim that are pushing this gospel of truth and sincerity today. A peace, blessings, and salutations be unto you and your households, man. And this is just another, in transit lesson, really a PSA or breaking news, and I was ultimately looking for, because I saw it this morning, the breaking news, I guess, a little, clip, whatever, but I couldn't find it, but I found this one right here, which is almost, just as good. But Nancy Pelosi, had just landed in China, right? And, for the past few days, man, China's been, basically making threats like, hey, if she lands there, we're going to shoot her out the sky, shit like that, man. They were going to, and ultimately what that was is a, that would be an act of war, but really what America did was an act of war. China, has claimed Taiwan, as their estate or their property, for a very long period of time. So for America to basically just disregard, China and continue to go and make moves with Taiwan, that was an act of war. So ultimately what China was doing was just basically, warning, right? Warning and in a sense retaliating, threatening to retaliate against America. But yeah, man, so this is what's going, man. This is what's happening right now, and we ultimately need to keep our eyes open, for what is to happen next, man. Because this isn't something that that's small. This is something that's really big, man. This can ultimately spill in to a little skirmish between the two nations, man. These two powers on the earth, man. Which we ultimately know that Jacob trouble has to happen first. But the little skirmishes until World War III is fully popping off very well could take place, man. And at this point it's just speculation, but it very well could happen, man. Little skirmishes here and there, But
you got a precept? Hey, you grab something?
Yeah, let's grab Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. Because again, this World War III, which is soon to take place, is gonna happen. I had just done a video yesterday talking about how, what was I think the UN chief, was saying that the world is just one little misunderstanding or miscalculation away from, that nuclear annihilation. And then what happens the next day? We see that America continues to push the envelope, man. Continues to, basically take those steps to create that misunderstanding or to create that miscalculation, man. And we know that America, as well as the 1948ers, the little small hats, they're the bullies of the earth, man. They're the bullies of the earth, man. So they're the ones that are going to cause all these problems, man. When these nations are, they're fed up, man. They're fed up with what's going on, as far as America and America's rule. It's like I got the little one with me, man. But we can go ahead and grab that Bible shot.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. Reads, for the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Right, the vision ultimately goes into prophecy, right? The prophecy of World War III, right? This is what we're talking about. Go ahead.
It says, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Mm-hmm. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry.
Right, it will come, man. We see it's right here. It is this whole situation between America and Russia, because Russia is coming out saying that they're gonna drop ties 100% with America, man. And that's in all things, right? That's not just because America and Russia, even though they have skirmishes and stuff like that, man, they're still cordial with each other to a point where they're able to do these minor deals which aid their economy, right? Russia's talking about completely just cutting ties with America 100%, man. Like whether it hurts them or not, they already dropped the American dollar, right? So how much more or how much less do they need America as a, as a whole, man?
There was like a video clip like a few months back where they're actually burning a whole bunch of U.S. dollars.
Right.
You know, it's supposed to show you, man.
Yeah, they don't need America at all, man. You know, America ain't shit, man. Scriptures literally say, that matter of fact, can we grab that in Jeremiah 51 and verse, I think it's verse 8 and 9.
Okay. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 7. Cup.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Jeremiah 51 and verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Right, been that number one nation, man. That has been basically ruling the earth in straight fucking power and vigor, man. That was Babylon, man. And to a certain degree, Babylon is still up there, but it's not on top no more, man. Babylon is not that top nation no more, man. You got all these, ultimately what's happening is America's, slacking, man. That fucking truck just don't want to move. That shit don't make no sense. But anyways, you dumbass truck. But you gotta But yeah, man. So America, America was that top nation, but right now America's power and influence over the nations is waning, man. It's decreasing, right? Kai, you go ahead.
Kind of says Jeremiah 51 and 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore, the nations are mad.
Right, man. And first and foremost, the nations are ultimately, they're bugged out, for falling in such a wicked and vile philosophy that America has been, been pushing in the earth, man. Which it was prophecy for them to ultimately, to partake in. Hey, but now that these nations are ultimately, through the words of Yahweh Bashem Al-Shad through his prophets, the truth of America and Esau Edom is coming out. Now the nations are actually pissed, man.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what's taking place, man. And these nations are done with America, man. They're done dealing with this wicked ass nation. Scripture calls it, a sinful nation.
That's right.
Hey, the Lord Yahweh Bashem El-Shah has been revealing all this information, and it's it's beautiful because information is still coming out.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more. Yeah, about Shah.
Okay, verse 8 it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed.
Right, man. So America's, beginning with, America's power, even America's economy, man. America's economy is gone to shits, man. The American dollar, hey, everything dealing with America, as a whole is, absolutely done for. And there's no way that America's going to be able to come back to that power it used to be. You had this Donald Trump bullshit talk about making America great again, man. Well, guess what? America was never great, man. America was never a great nation. First and foremost, I guess you can call it great. It was greatly sinful, So it just depends on how you say it, but ultimately, America was never a great country at all, man. America has always been this nasty, disgusting, wretched, despised country, that everybody just seemed to love, man. Ultimately because they didn't see the wickedness, But now that they see it, they understand, like, hey, what the hell's going on, man?
That's why scriptures talk about the land of the valley of the shadow of death, man, the land of darkness.
That's right.
That's referring to America, man. See, and we actually live here, man. So we have first-hand experience on the Babylonian or you can say American culture, man.
Right.
And traditions and customs is all wicked.
That's right, man. Yeah, let's keep going.
Verse, I'll finish it off. It says, take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country.
Mm-hmm. And that's what's happening, man. You're seeing a lot of people ultimately, of these other nations, man, they're making an exodus out of America, leaving America, man, and leaving the shitty economy that America has and going back to their own country because the American dollar is going down, man. It's pointless for them to stay here, make the money, and send it back home when now its worth is a lot less than what it was, 10 years ago. So these nations are leaving, man. Go ahead.
Kind of says, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
That's right, man. But dealing with this whole, this whole situation with, China and Pelosi, Pelosi landing in Taiwan. Again, you have to watch and pay attention to where this is going to go, because this very well could spiral into something, obviously smaller than, World War III, but still spiraling into something very serious, man, You got some?
Yeah, it kind of says, this is on the Newsbreak app. It says Kremlin warns U.S. over provocative Pelosi visit to Taiwan.
Hey, and even China's getting into it, man, saying that you're provoking, man. You're basically, you're poking the bear.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says the Kremlin warned the United States on Tuesday that an expected visit to Taiwan by U.S. House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi would put it on a collision course with China and provoke tensions in the region. It says, we cannot say for sure right now whether she will or will not get there, but everything about this tour and the possible visit to Taiwan is purely provocative, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov told reporters. See, so her going there, man, it's going to cause, all these different tensions. See, America knew that too, but hey, she's still over there, man. You see, but really, it's the will of Yahweh Bashmal Shai, man. The Lord setting things up for certain events to take place. Whether they be minor or whether they be major. You see, we understand we're in a time where we're seeing prophecy being fulfilled at a very fast pace. You see, so her going over there could possibly have a huge negative effect on, a ripple effect on something else, man.
That's right. And we already know that when you got all these nations, already threatening America with nuclear destruction and so on and so forth. Russia's over here, mass producing the Sarmat or Samad or whatever it's called. However you say that nuclear, the name for the nuclear weapon, which is one of their strongest nuclear weapons that they have, right? The Samad, I think it was called, or Sarmat, or some, however you say it. But they're in mass production right now, man. So this is going to spiral into something, very, 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 very bad, man. And yes, this is part of those signs, letting the times that we're in, man. And ultimately this same sign, rumors of wars and wars is getting worse. It's getting worse and it's building up, to eventually that World War III, right? Which again, we ultimately know that, Jacob's trouble has to happen, or Esau, Edom has to, force that MOTB before World War III can pop off. But nonetheless, we're still seeing the buildup of that, right? And we know the situation has to get to, the peak of that, I guess the conflict, the peak of the conflict before Yahweh Shai comes back, which is ultimately going to be what? That war, man, which is talked about all throughout the scriptures.
Yep.
Yeah, appreciate it. So this was just a quick little, breaking news, quick little PSA. Keep your eyes out, man. Matter of fact, we'll end up with that. Revelations, was it 15 and 16?
Oh yeah, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
The garments.
Yeah.
16, 15, 16. Oh, here it is. Because Revelation 16 and 15,
right.
It says, "Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame."
Right. So we're ultimately, supposed to be, keeping watch, man. Walking circumspectly at all times, man. So keep your eyes open, pay attention. This very well could spiral into, really you should be keeping your eyes open anyways, man. For things that are going on, paying attention, looking for those signs, but. And we should be paying attention to little things like this, man. Ultimately they're not little, but as of right now, they're in a littler state than what they very well could spiral or what they're going to spiral into. So keep your eyes on it. Hey, continue to keep the faith. Keep doing the will of Yahweh Shai to the best of your ability. We're almost out of here. So with that,
that's it. That's right.
I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakodash.
Again, double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of the great millstone, who were very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim out here preaching this gospel of truth and its sincerity to the best of their ability given to them by Yahweh Shemel Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election Yahweh Shemel Shai of one upon your house. I want to say Shalom, Kwame Yasharala, and Abba Shalom.